Welcome to Dance with Disease. My name is Ren. In 2016, my index finger started wiggling, which is great if you're training a dog, but I don't have a canine companion. And then the word Parkinsons came into my life. I knew from the beginning that this was not the downward spiral of doom as guaranteed by the brochures, but a kick in the ass to look at my life and change. This podcast is dedicated to sharing my magical journey of healing through trying every alternative therapy imaginable. Thanks for joining me. Let's dance.
Good morning, good morning. How did you sleep? Did you sleep well? I slept pretty good. I ate too much. So I was up and I was experiencing acid in my throat. What can you do? It was a delicious meal. What can you do? I also went to bed a little wired because I was talking to a friend of mine that I haven't spoken to in probably 30 years. And it's interesting how life can take you in different directions and you can still come back to the same place. Not a super close friend, but high school friend that I have some pretty poignant experiences with. And, yeah. Life is an interesting journey. And I will say that, I have a level of self-consciousness about this situation. With people I haven't seen in a while, despite all the work I've done, I still feel a little self-conscious. And I let him know, and he was cool. Because everyone suffers. Everyone suffers. There's no hierarchy of suffering. Well, from the spiritual perspective, everyone suffers, and there's no hierarchy of suffering. If someone's suffering, and you're suffering, despite the level or the perceived intensity of the suffering, it's suffering. That's something that can bring us together. Yeah. I get this phlegm in my throat when I've eaten too much or I've eaten too much nut butter. That's a hard one. That's a real hard one. journey. I am. You hear fire rumbling around. I'm really grateful for this experience. I couldn't stop thinking about my buddy Shane from high school, and how now 33 years later, we are 50-year-old men. And yet there's still a bit of comfort in that relationship. Even though we were towards the end of high school, we were friendly but not close. Yeah. Life, everyone suffers. Everyone suffers in their own way. And because hardship is a choice, or hardship happens, and suffering is a choice. Pain is inevitable, suffering is optional. And I feel like I chose to suffer a lot in my life. And I suffer less now, despite this challenge. And we have to be so conscious about the words we use with ourselves. Because I see this as a challenge, a huge challenge. And and I've suffered because of it, but the suffering is diminished considerably because I'm looking at it from a broader perspective. And I've gained a lot from it. I guess I'm sounding a broken record, but I also have to remind myself what this experience is. What this experience is about. Is it about neurons? Partially. Is it about symptoms? Partially. Is it about spiritual growth and becoming a better human being? For me, that's about 90% of the battle. 90%. It's not. It's only a battle if I make it a battle. But it's about 90% of the experience. And when you can't be yourself. Oh God, yeah. So yesterday, at my bike shop gig, there's a counter I've wanted to jump over since I started. And I did yesterday. And in my mind, I'm like, had this ego thing going on that people around me would see. There weren't many people around and nobody was paying attention. But I had this ego thing that proving that I can do it rather than just the enjoyment of it. The mind is hilarious. At least my mind is. Friends, I hope you have a glorious day. I have to admit that I'm grateful that you're watching. With whatever voyeuristic intentions you have. Because it's really not that exciting. And I'm ready to take this experiment to the next level because, even though my dad's like, just be patient. Because I feel like I've plateaued in terms of the efficacy of this experience with the BTS 1000. And I want to get this party going again. So I'm going to build my own chair at this point, I think. Because these companies in Finland haven't been responding to me. And that's fine, they've got their lives to live, they've got their own agendas, and if I'm not, if I haven't presented myself in a way that is compelling for them to want to respond, it's on me. But I'm ready. I'm thinking the whole body relaxation experience that would come from having more transducers is the next part of this. Yeah. May you have a glorious day. May your level of suffering be manageable. May you experience love.
Thank you for listening to the Dance with Disease podcast. My name is Ren. It's been a pleasure to have you here today. For more podcasts and the films, Dance with Disease, log on to YouTube, Ren the Artist. See you next time.